Hello there and welcome to Libero Magazine. My name is Robin Baker, and in this video we are going to be talking about all the fun stuff that happens at the holidays, particularly when we deal with people that are body shaming and having diet talk conversations that are oh so much fun and can be super duper triggering if you're recovering from an eating disorder or struggling with your recovery or dealing with body dysmorphia. So this is the time of year when we get together with friends, with family, and lo and behold, right, we all know this, we do not get to pick who our family is. So therefore, we might have family, and most of us do. I know I certainly do. We have family that they don't really quite understand the whole recovery thing, right, with eating disorders, and they don't quite understand, what it means to be supportive. So this is the time of year when we are inundated with this type of talk, mainly because there's all these different foods that we don't get throughout the year, and most of them can be categorized under the label as scary foods or triggering foods or fear foods, whatever you want to call them, for us people that are in eating disorder recovery. And it's that time of the year that's super close to New Year's when everyone's getting all ready to do their New Year's resolution, jump on the gym bandwagon, jump on whatever new fad diet's coming around. And there's a lot of talk around that subject. So in today's video, we're really going to talk about how to address these things. Like when you're talking to maybe a friend or family member that starts to body shame or starts to engage in diet talk. So how do you deal with this and how do you converse with these people is really what we're going to cover in today's video. So typically when we're in a situation when we're conversing with someone that starts to go down the road of body shaming, talking about diets, talking about any type of thing that might be triggering to us in our eating disorder recovery, there's an urge to say, or a hope to say, don't talk about that. That's really rude. I'm in eating disorder recovery. How dare you, get out of here. Maybe even use some other words that are even harsher than I just used. I know myself too, have been in that situation and been in that place where when someone brings it up, I just want to be like, I cannot believe you're saying this to me. I'm in recovery. Or, they might not know that you've struggled with an eating disorder or any type of body dysmorphia, and they bring this up and you really, really get angry, right? You get angry, you want to fight back at them, you want to be very confrontational, and typically that really doesn't work. Because if you can think about it from the other side, right? If someone comes at you and is attacking you and confronting you and gets really defensive, right, about what you're trying to talk to them about, typically you're going to push back. You're going to also be confrontational. You'll probably get super defensive as well. And really that doesn't go anywhere, right? When we confront someone or we get angry at them, it's not really well received. And since it is the holidays and you're most likely going to be around people that you want to keep a good relationship with, typically friends and family, it's really important that you choose your words wisely, you choose your intention wisely, and you really take a moment to kind of not react to what someone's saying to you. So after you've kind of taken your moment, you've practiced not reacting to the body shaming comment, the diet talk, or whatever they're saying that happens to be triggering, when you've taken that moment, it's your time to actually kind of decide which path you want to take as far as the conversation goes and your interaction with it. So there's really three options you can take. You can either, if you know from past experience that talking to this person just really doesn't go well, like they're always going to be body shaming, they're always going to be diet talking, and there's no way to really improve the situation whatsoever, it's your opportunity to say, you know what, I think my mom might need some help in the kitchen. I'm going to go help her. Or, you know what, I really have to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. And then just make your little escape route. Yes, it is a little bit of a white lie, but at the same time, you are protecting yourself and you're honoring your recovery and protecting your recovery in the best way you can without causing, confrontation or any type of really bad negative interaction, especially when there's a lot of family around. Another thing you can do is, if you feel like, this is someone that really hasn't been around you before, that doesn't understand that this isn't really a positive thing for you to talk about, you can bring up the fact that, hey, I'm in recovery from an eating disorder. I really don't like to talk about these types of things. It's really difficult for me and it makes me feel really sad. If you put it all on yourself, right? If you put it all on you and you steer away from attacking or blaming or confronting the person that is saying it and explaining how it makes you feel, chances are people are a lot more receptive to that, right? Most people at least, don't want you to feel bad. They don't want you to feel sad. So if you tell them, what you're saying really makes me sad, and it really hurts me to hear you say that. I've struggled with an eating disorder, and it's really difficult to hear you say that to me. Most people will honor that. Most good people will honor that. There are some that, they will forget. They will not. It's so, people are so used to doing diet talk and body shaming that they will forget that this is an important thing to avoid when they're talking to you. And really the last thing is, if you are with that person that, they just don't get it, they don't get it, but you still, you still want to have a conversation with them, you can try to redirect the conversation into another topic. Typically not politics, right? That's probably a heated topic at this point. Maybe something about a pet that they have. Ask them about their pet, their children. Those are usually really good topics to kind of steer towards, and then people kind of get distracted talking to about those things. So there's 3 different options when you are conversing with someone that happens to say some type of triggering body shaming or diet talk. So something to really keep in mind when you are faced with people that happen to be body shaming or diet talking during the holiday season, be it your friends, be it your family. This is the time of year when it's really important maybe just to have a little bit more compassion towards others. And I know for myself, it's really easy to think, well, why don't people have compassion towards me? I'm the one that struggled through an eating disorder. People should have compassion about my needs and what I want. And that's great. But to really, really put yourself in other people's shoes, have that empathy, have that sense of, I know how you're feeling and what you're talking about. This goes a long way in allowing your family and your friends to help better support you and understand you. So what I'm meaning at and what I'm getting at is that typically, right, when people body shame other people or even themselves, and themselves is a lot more obvious, but when they typically tend to body shame other people, say for example that you're talking to your sister at Christmas and she brings up some celebrity and says, oh my God, I can't believe that celebrity decided to wear that dress. Her arms look so bad in it. I can't believe she has gained so much weight and blah, 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 blah. Right? Typically that can be super triggering for us. I know that can be very triggering for me to hear, especially from a family member that knows what I've gone through. On the other hand, you have to take a moment, like I said, practice not reacting. And once you've done what you needed to do to take care of yourself, either, getting out of the situation, speaking up, honoring your authentic self, and saying what you need to say in a very compassionate and very loving way and not confrontational, there's something you also want to try to wrap your mind around, which is that people who tend to body shame others have very, very low self-esteem, have negative body image themselves. They really struggle with seeing themselves in a very positive way. We tend to, and I say we as humans tend to attack others on things we ourselves feel ashamed about and feel embarrassed about and don't like about ourselves. That's human nature. So we tend to judge others on the same criteria that we really judge ourselves really harshly on. So if you hear someone body shaming someone else, there's a high probability that that person really doesn't feel good about their body and about the way they look. So that's it. I hope this video was super helpful for you. I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful end of the year, holiday season 2016. And, if you're struggling, if you need help, if you need assistance, always reach out to somebody. We have plenty of resources here on the Libero Magazine website. And I encourage you to reach out to those resources and to reach out to your support team, your treatment team, your doctors, your therapists. This is a very, very busy time of year and a very triggering time of year because we have so many expectations about what the holidays are supposed to look like. And I strongly encourage you to really take this time of year to make time for self-care and also make time to honor how far you've come in your recovery, how far you've come in life, and just practice gratitude for everything, even the struggles. And I say that with all seriousness because the struggles that we go through today is what really makes us stronger for tomorrow. So please remember to reach out if you need help. I hope all of you have a wonderful, wonderful holiday season, and I will catch you next time. Bye.